Good evening. I'm signing in so I can see who's on so I know when to get started. Welcome. It's 8:01 p.m. and we're working things out in here. Come on, grab the best seat in the house. You know how we do. Good evening. Signing in so I can see who's on so I know when to get started. Welcome. It's 8:01 p.m. We're working things out in here. Come on, grab the best seat in the house. You know how we do. All right, while all those are coming up. And all those are coming in. Welcome. I bring you greetings and God bless you. All right, good. Good evening, Renee. Good evening, Carla. Good evening, Tasha Ross. Try not to say first and last names. Good evening, Minister Tate. Good evening, Siobhan. Good evening, Sandra. Good evening, Carla. I see you coming in. I see Facebook coming in pretty strong. Good evening, Minister Leah. I see y'all got VIPs and best seats in the house. That's what's up. That's what I want to hear. All right, and looking alive on YouTube. Good evening, Minister Manny, ADT, Vicky, Dominique, Katrina, Clarixa. I see y'all. You're making me very happy. Bless your name. I see Diane Washington, LaShonda, Rochelle, Latrice, Elena. Hi, welcome. I see Crystal. I see Ebony. That's right, Elena. She got the dancing girls. Let's go. I see Angela. Good evening. Good evening, delegates. That's right, Danielle. God bless you. Ramanita, Audacity. All right, I see you waving. Patricia, Chevelle, Booker, Elitza. Good evening, wonderful people of the Most High. Don't we just love this Monday? Good evening, Nicole. Good evening, Latanya. I see y'all. And I'm assuming I have someone already set on Periscope. Pastor Val, good evening. I'm looking this way, but I'm looking this way. I probably need to move my camera over this way. But I just need to make sure we're up and running. Hallelujah. Awesome. I see YouTube is up to 601 subscribers. I wonder if this time can we hit 1,000. Can we hit 1,000 this time? We've been working it the last 3 years. We've been really pushing it. Only in January do we push it. So we're doing pretty good for pushing this in January. I want to welcome all 23 soulmates that are watching on YouTube. Welcome. All 23. Periscope just wants to make me log in over and over every night. That's why they're going out of business now. Rosa on Facebook, Ramanita, Delia, Carol, God bless you. Welcome. And right now I see all 45 on Facebook watching. Very good. We are on our way. We are on our way. Let's see, my girls gave me some business to discuss and make sure I have my business. Remember, all this in the beginning will be edited out for YouTube and for my podcast purposes. Check us out on podcast. All right, there goes Periscope. And to the 9 of you on Periscope, God bless you. Thank you for the hearts. Send them up, send them up, send them up. And, all right, that business I think is handled. Welcome everyone on YouTube. I see you, Edith, Ashley, Bev Baker, Pastor Audria, Caritha, Edith, if I didn't say your name, Elsie. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Hello to you all. How are y'all doing on Facebook? Are you frozen? Looking all right? Oh, okay. It was frozen on my side. I see 68 of you now on Facebook. And interesting enough, they're posting my words on Facebook. So that's a little strange. Good evening, Deborah Lynn, Dawn Johnson. God bless you. Welcome. All right, so let's do the business first. Let's do our home training. If you would please take a moment and hit like. I need all of you that are on to like the video. There's 71 of you right now coming in on Facebook. Please hit like. Hello, my husband Bernard. Welcome. Uh-oh, Rosa says she did her 30 minutes and feels great. How many of you did your 30 minutes? Come on, post it. If you did your 30 minutes today, come on and post it. Balanced Living, God bless you and welcome. Pastor Dolores, welcome, welcome. Minister Brittany, Mary. All right, I've seen your name twice in a row. Come on, you're doing excellent. Alan Chambly, I love you and welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're heading somewhere. Kamisha. Oh, John Booker says, nope, he did not do his 30 minutes. I'm shocked. Boy, the names are flying by now. But I know I saw Cheryl Wilberg and someone else was commenting about their 30 minutes. Awesome. All right. Welcome, Periscope, Facebook, YouTube, Live. Welcome tomorrow morning, my podcasters. How many of y'all like to listen to podcasts? You know, just audio, MP3. You know, you can, they have those little arm pads you can put on with your phone in it when you're walking or jogging or riding your bike. You know, the Beats or the Bose headphones or your earbuds you can put in your ear. And you can just be doing your work or cooking and cleaning and no one even knows that you're listening to an hour segment of group therapy. No one will even know. That's why I love, all right, awesome, Ray Shaw. No one will ever know that you were even listening to your group therapy for the month. So we're on podcasts. The ones that I can remember right now, the most branded ones, we are on Spotify, Apple, iTunes, Google Podcasts, and there's a whole bunch more that I'm just not going to even, radio something, there's a whole bunch more. So if you're looking for us on podcasts, oh, I found out we are on Audible, and we also stream on Amazon Prime, so catch up with us. I did it, but it wasn't 30 minutes. All right, Ree, I saw you. Yolanda did 30. Jessica says she did hers. Sandra says she's posting hers up. She did it. Very good. Ashley, I saw yours. That's right. Ashley did it with Sarai. I saw a couple moms doing it with their children. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Good evening, Pastor Tyra. God bless you. Thank you for your time. Allison, welcome. Rochelle, welcome. Chief Intercessor Joy Nolan, welcome. Christine, welcome. All right. Audible too. That's right, Rosa Rivera. We're on Audible too as well. All right. So let me handle the business at hand. Welcome to group therapy, where our session for this group this year, 2021, is self-esteem. And there's just some house cleaning work we need to handle. First, my coaches would like to remind us all, only one assessment is due per week. Come on, put it on the screen. One assessment due per week. You know the assessment where you just have to click online? It's just every Monday. And I had everyone try to figure out how to do it since last Thursday up until yesterday. We only needed one. I'm sorry if any second and third and fourths came in, and they did. We had to delete them. The confusion could just be too much. And what's sad about it is maybe you were more comfortable, maybe more honest with the second or third one. But guess what? You have the rest of this month. You have 3 more Mondays to work it out. So don't panic and don't fear. But one assessment is due per week. And just understand that if you're in there and you're just taking it for ha-has, as soon as you hit, it comes to us. So you can't take it for ha-has. It comes automatically to us. It's programmed to do that. Thank you to my administrator and coach, Ebony Edwards. Thank you so much for that. A reminder, assessments are due on Monday. Come on, let me see you put that on the screen. Let me see you put that on the screen. Only one assessment per week. Assessments are due every Monday. If you have not submitted your assessment, it is not too late. But if you're not serious about it, just enjoy the rest of us as we grow and develop into someone mighty. But if you'd like to complete your assessment and you have not, just send a little Wix chat in, from the chat box on the website, or download the Wix, W-I-X app from your phone. We can send you one link, and you can become a member on the website. It's free. There's nothing attached to it. You just get all the information at 1, 2 in the morning when we send it out instead of the next day, or emailing us asking us if we've sent it out yet. Right. Thirdly, do not submit more than one assessment per week. We got it. Every Monday, do your assessment. We got it. We'll remind you. And again, only one assessment is due per week. My coaches sound like they're juggling back there. Number 4, when filling out the assessment, please add your full name. We have so many Barbaras. We have so many Jennifers. We have so many, trying to think of the other name that are popular. Kathys. We have 3 at least of those popular names. So please don't take for granted that you are the only one in Planet Soul Detox. Put your first and last name on your assessment when you complete it. If, again, you have not registered RSVP, there is no file on you. We'd like to make a file on you so that we can communicate with you. So 1, RSVP. These are for the serious folks, for the grown folks, the folks that can hang in the VIP. You must RSVP. Inbox us. We'll get it out to you. And you must take your assessment. For the grown folks, if you're serious about your life, if you're just going to be a bystander another year of your life, I wish that you would get the courage and ask, can someone take the time to help me understand this technology, this assessment? Can someone confirm that my assessment was received? Now, don't y'all who already sent it in do it, because we already stated on last night that you are going to have the letter regarding your assessment within 72 hours. So every time they come in, you've got to give us at least 3 days to get through them. Each of my girls have about 80 clients each that they have to go through times 3, because each client has 3 assessments and each girl has about 80 people. So 80 times 3, they have to look at 240 assessments every Monday, and they have 3 days to get it done. So be patient. If you are just making sure that we have it, you can inbox and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. But don't panic. We got you. We're prepared for this. We know what we're doing. If you are getting emails or text messages, some of you have given me your phone number. So your phone number is in the Wix app. You're getting text messages. It's a lot easier because maybe you don't check your email enough. Guess what? If you are getting any type of communication from us regarding these 30 days, that means you're registered. That's how we got your email. You registered for this group therapy, so now you're getting information on group therapy. I have about 600 client contacts that are not getting this information because they did not register. If you have already been a client contact of ours from prior years, or you are currently getting services from me, and you're not sure if you are getting information on this 30 days, you are already registered, RSVP. You are done. Okay? So it is important to RSVP, and it is important to take your assessment, and it is important to get your 30 minutes in. How many got their 30 minutes in? Did you get them in? Come on. Be free. Be honest. Very good. Be free. Be honest. And the next assessment, as Coach Ebony is stating, is, I guess I better get my calendar off December, is January 11th. The next assessments are due in here January 11th. See, we got you. We know what we're doing. We're ready for you. We don't panic. A lot of y'all are panicking and you get a little mean with my team because you're panicking, you're nervous, you're not sure about this, you're low in self-esteem because you're being challenged to do something new. Your confidence is low because you're challenged technologically. We're not. We are ready for you. Don't panic. Ask the question. I have 4 of us working here, and we're going to answer every question. We're going to help you with every disability, handicap, every insecurity. If you're not tech savvy, we got you. Just send us a message and wait patiently. Patiently waiting is 24 hours for a response. You may not have the information that you asked, but you will hear back from us within 24 hours to know that we have received your communication on this side. So, come on. Up your nose. Breathe. God breathed the breath of life into man. Breathe. And we became a living soul. Breathe out. Come on. God breathed the breath of life into man. Breathe in your nose. And man became a living soul. Breathe out. Relax. It's what we do. We love it. We're excited about it. We're happy to serve you. We want to see you prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prospers. So, quickly, did you get on last night? Awesome. Good to hear. Thumbs up. Did you do your 30 minutes this morning? Is that crickets? Did I hear crickets? I thought I heard crickets. I hear audience now. 30 minutes. Come on, walk. Walk around your house. You don't have to go outside. I mean, it's recommended, especially the way the sun was today, because we need that vitamin D. COVID is out here. And one of the fighters against COVID is our vitamin D, D3 levels being at its highest peak. Get your face in that sun. Get your eyes in that sun and let that vitamin D come through you. Amen? All right, let's boogie for a minute. Guess what I got to do? I've got some housework to do. I've got some apologies to make. So I hope these wonderful people are on. Anna, Roman, if you're on, please say here, present, something. Put a post up real quick so I can see your name. Keisha Bell, if you're here, please quickly put your hands up. Make a post on the screen. Let me see that you're here. I'm not sure which way you watch. I don't know if you're on Periscope or YouTube or Facebook, but I'm trying to keep up with you. My teams will let me know where you're shouting in from. And then I can't even think of my brother's name. God help me. God help me. Last name Burgess. Where's my brother at? I know his wife named like that. Come on. And he's important to me. So it's important that I remember his name. My brother, are you on here? I connected with you today and asked that you would be on tonight. Pastor D, you did dance it out. I saw you. Because I have to acknowledge these wonderful people. Hey, Daly, I see your name. Did anyone see Anna Roman make a comment on here that she's on tonight? John the Baptist. That's his name on Instagram and Facebook. John the Baptist. John the Baptist, are you on here tonight? Anna Roman, are you on here tonight? And Keisha Bell, are you on here tonight? Does anybody see them on tonight? I see a lot of y'all giving me thumbs up, but not the people that I asked for. Oh, Jeanette didn't walk today. Come on, y'all. We got to get this thing going. Remember, we are releasing neurons in our body that makes us feel better. That alone is going to change how you answer the assessment. You may not have a bad relationship. It may be the fact that you are low on the inside with toxins. You may not be as depressed as you think you are. It could be all the red meat that you're eating. You may not have anxiety for real. You may be stressed out because your body isn't working at peak performance and you're always having to work and try to accomplish things through a sluggish system. Get that 30 minutes in. For everyone who went out today and did 30 minutes, any way possible 30 minutes, I see you, Lakeisha Bell. She's there. Thank you. Good evening from Norwalk, Stacy. Thank you. If you did your 30 minutes, I want you to put an A+ on the screen. You get an A+ today for doing your 30 minutes. We got to come up with a So Detox dance. You get an A+. Put an A+ on the screen. Anna is on. Thank you, Tasha. Very good. And I hope John the Baptist is on. I don't know if anyone look out for my brother, John the Baptist. He probably literally looks like my brother too. If he's on. Anyway, this is the housework that I have to do. Can y'all see this here? That's pretty. Can y'all see it? This is what we have. Now, this doesn't have too much to do with them, but I want y'all to see how nice this is. I am so proud of this. Everyone sees that Anna is on. Poor Anna's like, oh my God, I'm embarrassed. And this is our quarterly or birthday or special holiday gift box. If you go to the website, www.suzannemhoward.com, you will see the store. And on the store is the subscription magazine, the t-shirts, face masks, all that blah, blah, blah that people like to have when they're doing something that's positive in their life. And there's a page also for gift box subscription. You can subscribe for a gift box. You fill out the information, we will contact you, and we will ask you if you want this quarterly, every 3 months, if you want it just on your birthday every year, if you want it at a Christmas time, if you want it on an anniversary time, if you want it for Mother's Day time, whatever it is, you give us the date and we'll set your package up so you can get your gift box subscription. And in your gift box subscription will be everything pertaining to the soul. Any books that I'm currently working on with you guys, it will be in here. Any book that I have written will be in here. It will be part of the package, and you will get it before it goes out onto any Barnes & Nobles, Amazon, anything for sale. How about that? There may be candles and teas and foot detox and anything soul detox, anything body detox, skin detox, hair detox, candles, t-shirts. It will vary depending on the season that we were in and what selection we have going on at the time, but it's really nice. It's filled with nice gold straw paper on the inside. This one isn't right now. It's beautiful. Look, it's beautiful. And you'll have all your items in there, and you can tell us what month of the year you want it, and you can get your subscription. I did see that Prudence Gilbert did sign up this month. God bless you, my sister, and thank you for signing up for your gift box subscription. You will be hearing from us soon to find out what is your request for delivery, and we'll make sure you get your box. Now, segueing over here, I have some beautiful gift boxes for some wonderful people. This was before I had my own gift box designed. So these were from a wonderful market, a place that I use for body, bathing, showering, and skin products. Very good company. And these wonderful things I've had for a couple months, and I'm ashamed to admit it. But my schedule was not intact, and I repent for that. But I just want to let a couple people know that back in August, I'm trying to see what's happening. Is YouTube okay? I hope it didn't disconnect. Look like y'all might have disconnected on YouTube. Well, let's go. Back in August, I ran a 30-day Instagram challenge. Do y'all remember? A 30-day Instagram challenge. And in that challenge, I asked for people to comment on every post that was made. It was a specific post. It was identified. It was pretty. It was graphic overlaid. So you knew the difference than just a post from me. And I asked for a comment every day on the post. What's your vision? What's your dreams? What's your goals? Tell someone that you care about them today. It was 30 days of this. And 3 people did this consistently for 30 days without a miss, according to our records. And those 3 people, number 1 was Anna Roman. Come on, let's give Anna a clap. Anna Roman was number 1. So Anna Roman, this is just for you. Anna Roman, this is just for you. And it comes with a nice card. And it says, sending some sunshine. Sending you sunshine. You won our 30-day challenge. Thank you. You are now my soul daughter. And I love you. Suzanne M. Howard, your coach and counselor. That's to Anna Roman. I'm going to let you take a peek, but it's really her business to open it up and to show what's in here. But she's got some really hot items in here. Very nice stuff. I tried these products myself and I love them. So that's for her, for sticking with me on the 30-day challenge. Bless his name. And then also we have Lakeisha Bell. God bless you, Lakeisha Bell. You are the winner for the 30-day challenge. We had 3 winners, top winners. This is just for you, and I'm sending you some sunshine just for you. And you have some wonderful items. And this one says, I miss your face. And that is true. Lakeisha, I'm so glad I'm already your spiritual mother, so you don't get mad at me for digging in your stuff. But it says, I miss your face. And I really do miss your face, baby. So get well soon. I think the timing of this may be even better than it was back in September and October when it should have gone out. And you can still smell the freshness through here. And, oh, I guess we had 4 people. My bad. And one more person. We had, I believe, God, I hope I don't mess up. If so, we're going to have to get another gift. I believe this one was for Ramanita. God, if not, Ramanita, you won tonight. Just for you. You are my 3rd winner out of the 4 top picks. And I'm sending you some sunshine. And I got some wonderful things for you. I've got a cup of tea for you. I've got some lavender for you. Some nice matches to light your candle. A loaf of sponge. Some stuff is tucked in there and hidden. You're going to have to get in it. A mint lip scrub so you can have nice soft lips when you put your lipstick on. That's for you, Ramanita. God, I hope I'm right. If not, you getting it tonight, girl. Hallelujah. They didn't write those names down for me. And last but not least, if my brother, my Christian brother is on here, John the Baptist, God bless you so, sir. And this is for you. You won, my brother, a man supporting us of my top 5. He is, I think, number 3. He might be number 1 of my top supporters of Soul Detox. And I said, you won our 31-day challenge. Your soul rocks. And we appreciate you. You are our soul brother now. Thank you from Suzanne M. Howard, your coach and counselor. And you've got some black African soap. You got some scrubs in here. It's everything. This one right here is beautiful. The soap is good. This is not the stuff that's going to break you out. Wait till you smell this stuff. Oh my God. Make sure your wife is home when you get up and use that. You got wake up shower steamers in here. And some cologne preps. And it's an exciting little gift box. Here go my sneezing self. So congratulations to all of you. Congratulations. I'm so glad that you supported us during those days. And I will do one again. Maybe after this in February or March, I will do another one. And this time it will be Soul Detox gift boxes that will be going out. So congratulations. Very good. All right. So let's get started and rock and roll. Okay. So YouTube can keep up, but for some reason it doesn't look like they're showing me anything. So let's get to work tonight. I hope that's everything we needed to do. All right, let's go. We did our 30-minute walk. Did you check the discussion page? I need you to go to the Wix app, and I need you to click at the bottom, well, the bottom middle. It's more of the middle top, let's say, the middle top portion of the app. And you'll see on there events and shop and discussions and all that. You want to hit event. And when you hit event, or you'll see the picture of Soul Detox for 30 days. You can tap that as well. And then tap it again. And you'll see discussion. Click to the right side where it says discussion. And everything we're talking about, everything we're updating, all the information, the forms you want to fill out, everything regarding this whole 30 days is posted on the discussion page right on the Wix app on your phone. Everything's there. So last night, I updated everything that I told you I would. I updated the initial 14-day commitment sheet. So you can write down the date, how many minutes you exercise, how many meals you ate that day, how many hours did you sleep, what time did you go to bed, and what time did you get up. 14 days. I want to go for 30, but I'll be willing to take 13 days. I also gave you a sample menu of a week of meals so we can help get our meals together. I also posted up there for you dietary guidelines. I gave you some more information so that we can eat better this month. And I gave you also a template for a take care of your body written plan. Take care of your body written plan. And you should write in that. You should fill it out. Amen. Remember to minimize meat, keep blood sugar steady, stay hydrated, avoid excesses of any drugs, please. You want things high in fish and plant. You want low in animal or saturated fats. And you want to consume most of your calories this month with us on plant foods. You want to sleep well. 7.5 hours should be minimum. You want to go to bed at the same time and you want to wake up at the same time. Retrain your body. So you want to get good sleep quality. We want to shut the room down at night. No more iPads. I failed last night. I was probably up to about 1:30. My eyes are showing it today. And I was up at 6:30 this morning. So I probably had about 4.5 hours sleep last night. But that's what goes on during these 30 days. But I'm going to correct it. I'm going to get on board with this. I have an A+ today as well because I did my 30 minutes. But guess what? If today ends up being the only day that you work out and all the other days you get an F, those F's are going to wash that A+ right on out. So I think that really was the main part of it. I know a lot of you have asked me to post the self-esteem checkup. The self-esteem checkup. Those are the 12 questions that I asked, and you recorded them online. And people were saying, I missed this number, I missed that number, and they were texting me late last night. Can you please post it? I posted that as well on the event page under discussion. That's where you can share your comments. You can ask your questions. Other delegates can help you answer some of your questions. They may even call you up and direct you where you need to go. You may not even need to get a coach. We have actual live coaches in the audience just because they've been with me 5 years. I know Pastor D. Davis is definitely a coach. I know Minister Tasha's a coach. I know Minister Misha can help you out. She's a coach. Minister Leah. These are people who've been with me 5 years on Soul Detox, and they can take you through it. So help is there. Utilize your help. You ever heard that scripture in the Bible that says you have not because you, what? Right, ask not. You have not because you ask not. So let's talk. Let's talk about your self-esteem checkup, the 12 questions that we answered on last night. That's for your personal use. We don't need it. We've got the assessment we need. The assessment we need was anxiety, depression, and relationships. And we'll explain every night why those are so important. And we will unveil more information that we glean from the assessments every night. We're not going to expose it all tonight. But the self-check-in assessment, the 12 questions, was for your own purposes to keep on your side. If you want some further services after January, then that will be something that you should take a picture of in your phone and keep it, because you may want to send that to your coach in February so we can build off of that as well, this relationship towards personal development and soul gutting out, soul detoxing. So let's go. Sit comfortably. Are you comfortable? Whew, I just said a whole lot in 35 minutes or about 30 minutes. Whew. So sit comfortably, take a few deep breaths, relax, and then look over your assessment. Find it on the discussion page. You answered it. Great. You did a good job. Now, according to those 12 questions that you answered from last night, how did your family of origin contribute for good and bad to your self-esteem? How did your family of origin contribute to your self-esteem, either good or not so good? Who taught you that you needed to love yourself? Who showed you what loving yourself as a man or a woman looked like? If no one did, then here's the next question for you. Who was it that you watched to determine what loving yourself looks like? Ooh. Because just like perceived rejection is still the spirit of rejection, perceived self-love is still a pattern of self-love that you have in your life today? How did you see the men and the women in your family interact with one another? That's how you learn to love yourself. What did that look like? Who told you it was important to respect yourself and to care about yourself? Who told you that the way you treat people is a reflection of the love you have for yourself? Who told you that how you speak and cuss and term some things is a reflection of the love you have for yourself or lack thereof? What have you learned all your life to do to increase your self-esteem? What have you learned to do to increase your self-esteem? What, if anything, can make you inferior as a person? What makes you feel littler or less smarter or less important? What is it? I teach my leaders how important it is to first be appreciative of being invited to somebody's table. Somebody's table could be a meeting. It could be a roundtable discussion. It could be an engagement to preach or to teach. It could be a leader just asking to chop it up with you. It could be someone inviting you into a workshop that they're giving that they want you to be a part of because they think you're fantastic and they believe that what they have will add to your fantasticness. It is important to know why you are being invited to someone's table. Number one, I'm giving you a free leadership nugget here. I train leaders across the states, from the South all the way up this way. I don't think I'm in California yet, but I train leaders all across the corridor, 91, 95 corridor. And I'm telling you, you need to know why you're at someone's table. And then you need to know who you are, why you are at their table. Because your presence is being requested at the king's table. Do you know who you are at that table? Do you understand the importance of somebody inviting you to the table? What does it have to do with you feeling inferior? Because if someone thought enough of you to invite you to a table, a free workshop, maybe they just want to spend an hour on the phone chopping it up with you. They're taking an hour out of their day to talk with you. There's something special about you that they chose you to sit at this table. And it doesn't have to be a literal table, but a proverbial table. Why are you invited there? If you are invited to someone's table, you need to know there's something special and unique about you. Do not come to the table passive. Do not come to the table weak. Do not come to the table insecure. I have been invited to a lot of tables and I sat and was quiet because it wasn't my event. I didn't know they wanted to hear what was in me. I was invited to some tables and I sat there and I'm a watcher, especially when I'm around different people. I'm watching behaviors and attitudes. I'm watching who's clicking eyes and who's tapping who. And, I have that room figured out in less than 30 minutes, the entire room. If we're talking about a room of people, when I say a room, I don't mean a function hall. I'm talking about 25, 35 people. I have that whole room figured out. I'm a behavior and analysis. I monitor behavior. That's what part of my training is. So I'm automatically watching body language and cues and all those things. And I would sit at these tables and I would be figuring all that out, but never made my presence known at the table. What am I bringing to the table? So people begin to underestimate me, misinterpret me, make false perceptions of me because I got at the table and I was too humble and too quiet. Because I didn't know that my importance at that table was requested and required. So I would sit back and fall back. And I was less than quick to listen and slow to speak. Sometimes I have very little to say. When you are invited to a table, do not believe that you are the most inferior person at that table. Do not believe. If you were invited there was a reason for it. Make your presence known. Don't be aggressive, but be assertive. Don't be gangster, but don't be doormat. Make your presence known. When you are invited somewhere or when you walk into a room or you have lights, camera, action on you, do not buy into the fact that you are the most inferior person in the room, even if you feel like the cowardly lion on the inside. Represent the giant while you're working the inside out. What, if anything, can make you feel inferior? Let's flip the glass upside down. What, if anything, can make you superior as a person? Okay? If you're interested in this, if you were in some therapy, I would recommend this. I'm going to give it to you for all you creatives out here. I'm not going to give it for an assignment, but for those who are creative, I want you to get an artistic pen, a colorful pen, paint, crayons, something like that. And I want you to draw for yourself an opinion of yourself on a piece of paper with colored pencils or pens, paint, crayons, whatever you want. And I want you to draw an opinion of yourself. Remember last night we talked about a realistic and honest opinion of yourself? Do you know what is in being honest and realistic? Power and authority. Power and authority. So if you want to do this, it's totally up to you. Be creative tonight and draw a creative picture of yourself. Doesn't even have to be a person. Using the artistic creativity that is in us from the Father above. Draw something that represents you. There is something revealing, almost magical in expressing without words how you experience you. That's deep, y'all. You should see what happens in sessions. That is deep. The answer to the questions on your assessment that you took last night, the 12 questions, we're going to answer this, talk about this briefly, and we're moving on. The answers to questions 3, 4, and 5 especially can provide insight into what can ultimately strengthen self-esteem. So the questions 1 to 12, remember it's posted already on the Wix. Go to the event, hit the discussion link. It's posted on there, questions 1 through 12, which is what I'm talking about now. You do not need to send it in. That was for your own records. But save it or take a photo of it with your camera, because if you stay with us for further services this year, we're going to need that from you, or you'll retake it again. So the answers to questions 3, 4, and 5 especially can provide insight into what can ultimately strengthen self-esteem, although not in the ways most people think. Did you notice that the very things that raise self-esteem also threaten self-esteem? For example, if getting a raise at work lifts your self-esteem, does failing to get a promotion cause it to fail? That's why we can't count on things that are beneath and things that are carnal, only on things that are above. That's why self-love has to come from above. If getting a raise at work lifts your self-esteem, I'm not talking about your self-confidence. It should lift your self-confidence. But if that raise lifts your self-esteem, how you think of yourself, you got problems. Because guess what? If you get fired or don't get a promotion, your self-esteem is going to drop. You cannot base your self-esteem on things below. You cannot base your self-esteem on things external. It's got to be internal. If a compliment makes you feel superior, does criticism make you feel inferior? Y'all see where I'm going with this? Come on, because we all like compliments, especially men. They love compliments. Women need to learn how to love them the way men do. If a compliment makes you feel superior, just made my day at the gas station today. Does criticism make you feel inferior? You see how someone could wield the power to lift you up and have the power to drop you down? Because remember, love comes from things above, things that are internal, not things that are external and beneath. If love raises your self-esteem, does a relationship that ends or that is not working destroy it? Come on, y'all. Give me something tonight. I'm preaching. Y'all know I'm preaching. Put the mic out there. Put the mic out there. Take a moment and post the mic. Get free. Get free. That's some good stuff. If love raises it, a bad relationship or a broken relationship can drop it. If a compliment raises it, criticism can drop it. If a promotion raises it, then guess what? A demotion or a firing or just being ignored for a promotion can drop it. Your self-esteem has to remain intact and be functional and healthy when the storms of life come. So your confidence may take a ding when the relationship doesn't work. Your confidence may take a ding when you get a criticism. Your confidence may take a ding when the promotion passes you by, but your self-esteem's got to remain intact. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Therefore, the world can't take it away. Y'all know I'm a preacher, so I can't help it. Many assume that we get value from what we do. For example, our skills, our talents, our character traits, or from acceptance from others. Many assume that we get value from those things. While all of these are desirable, I suggest that none of these make good first steps for self-esteem building. 0. Where then does human value come from? Where does human value come from? Let's go there. I do not want to suggest right off the top with you that productivity, producing, succeeding is wrong or needs to be despised. Absolutely not. I wish above all things that you prosper. That I mean that from my heart to every single person, whether they talk to me or not. Because I'm of this panoramic view that when one is eating, we all eating. When one is succeeding, we're all succeeding. Even if it's an enemy. Why? Because I pray for my enemies. I have to pray for my enemies. I'm told to pray for my enemies. Even the ones that despitefully use me, I have to pray for them. So when I see them come up, I know my come up is there because I prayed for them. On the contrary, productivity and success can greatly enhance our lives. So we want that. We want it. But, come on, say but. Get the preacher's but. But when our value as human beings depend on what we make with our hands and our minds, we become victims of the fear tactics of the world. That's good stuff. Did y'all get that? Somebody put hashtag replay. Y'all need to watch this again in the morning. When that podcast go up tonight, around 1 or 2 in the morning, you need to put them earbuds in that ear tomorrow. You need to listen to this again. When our value as human beings depends on what we make with our hands and minds, we become victims of fear tactics of our world. Why? Let me tell you. Glad you asked. When productivity is our main way of overcoming self-doubt, we are extremely vulnerable to rejection. My God. And criticism. And prone, therefore, to inner anxiety and depression. Did you hear that? Let me read it again. When productivity is our main way of overcoming self-doubt, the things we accomplish, we are extremely vulnerable to rejection and criticism and prone to inner anxiety and even depression. Productivity can never give value, that deep sense of belonging in this world that we all crave. Productivity can never give you that. The more we produce, the more we realize that successes and results cannot give us the experience of at-homeness that we all are longing for. In fact, our productivity often reveals to us that we are driven by our fears. Come on, y'all. Y'all know that's deep right there. Y'all know that's deep right there. Should I read it again? Somebody asked me to read that again. Let me see what y'all doing out here. Good meat. Hashtag replay. All right, they talking to me on here. You go ahead over here on YouTube. 19 people over there. Don't forget to hit like, please. Y'all on Periscope, 11 people. Send up the hearts. Thank you. It's very important to the work we do here. Let me read it again. The more we produce, the more we realize that success and results cannot give us the experience of at-homeness. In fact, our productivity often reveals to us that we are driven by fear, most times while we work the way we work. In this sense, sterility and productivity are the same. Huh? Yes, both can be signs that we doubt our ability to live fruitful lives. No, I know you want me to read that again. I knew it. See, because y'all smart people. That's right. In this sense, sterility and productivity are the same. Being sterile or being producing are the same in this sense, because both can be signs that we doubt our own ability to live fruitful lives. We got to get fulfillment out of our work. So what does that quote mean to you? You have an option now to write this on the post, or hopefully, if y'all know me, you know you're supposed to have a journal. You got to have a journal. I have journals on my website. Take a look. If you want one, you can come by and pick one up tomorrow night. You got to have a journal. You got to have a soul detox journal. You got to have a group therapy journal. What does this quote mean to you? Answer it in complete sentences, 2 or 3 complete sentences. What does this quote mean to you? That's a big time quote right there. You want me to say it one more time? If productivity reveals to us that we are driven by fear, what is it that we're missing so that we won't doubt our own ability to lead fruitful lives? That's some hot stuff right there. All right, so let's move on here. Let's move on. We got a few minutes left. Yep, we got a few minutes left. Let's go. Self-esteem, and how does it develop? Let me take a peek here how Facebook is doing. How y'all doing, Facebook? This is definitely replay. Help us today, Father. I see wows. Come on, y'all. Give me some hearts. Let me see y'all beautiful faces going across the screen. Please make sure you hit like. I need your likes and your loves. We are driven by fear. Yep. Good. Very good. I hope it's not as frozen as it's looking here. Are we frozen or are we good? Ben, somebody said Ben overachieving and I missed the rest. I'm with you. I totally agree. I hope it's not frozen. Sounds like I hear us talking over there. Come on, why are you doing this to me? Open up. All right. Anyway, we got to keep going. I just really hope we're not frozen as it looks on this screen. God, YouTube is really behind. Facebook like it's moving good. All right. Read again, please. You want me to read that again? All right. I can't really see what's going on Facebook, so I hope we're okay on Facebook. For some reason on my screen, it doesn't look like it's moving. Looks like we got some problems, but I hope not. Doing well? Are we doing well, Dawn Johnson, Arter? Are you telling me to keep going, that we're doing well? Because I know you're a little bit behind me. We are good so far. Thank you very much, Pastor D. All right, let's keep going then. It's not losing any time. Somebody's saying this is really good stuff. I know this stuff be tearing me up myself. Don't feel bad. Self-esteem and how it develops. Self-esteem and how it develops. What leads to self-esteem? The research is in, and the research is very clear. If you want to have self-esteem, it helps to choose your parents well. How'd that work out? Did you tell me how you did it so that I could do it? I'm going to read it again. Yeah, I thought so. What leads to self-esteem? The research is in, and the research is very clear. If you want to have self-esteem, healthy self-esteem, or self-esteem at all, for that sake, it helps to choose your parents well. So what does that tell us? Where does self-esteem come from? From our parents. We learn it from our parents or those in the parental places in our lives. So based on that known fact now, what do you expect? Because you know, I only know mine, and you only know yours. What do you expect your self-esteem to look at based on the folks that raised you? Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. I heard that too. Children with self-esteem, children with a good, healthy self-esteem, tend to have parents who modeled self-esteem. These parents consistently are loving towards their children, expressing interest in the child's conversations, life, and their friends, giving them time and encouragement. That's how you build a child's self-esteem. And it comes from the parents. It's what's taught and it's what's caught. Children with healthy self-esteem or a self-esteem tend to have parents who model self-esteem. So that's the caught part. Okay? Now here's the taught part. These parents consistently are loving towards their children. They're expressing interest in their child's life, conversation, and friends. And they give them time and they give them encouragement. They don't stop them from making mistakes. They show them how healthy they can be even when they make a mistake. Because if you enable your children and you don't show them how to survive a mistake, they're going to hate themselves or kick themselves really hard as an adult when they make a mistake. Because no one showed them, you're going to fall, little Johnny, but I got to let you fall. Because I have to let you see that when you get back up, it's still you and you can still love yourself. But when you prevent them from going through some things that we need to go through to earn life skills, to learn life skills, you cause some retardation in their character and personal development as an adult. And the same thing, if we turn the glass upside down, is true. If you put adult pressures on that child that does not belong there, do you know that that's called covert incest? Covert incest is when you're putting emotional and financial weights and burdens on a child that belongs to an adult without sexual incest. That's covert incest. Because you're using them emotionally to stimulate you, to satisfy you emotionally. You can't do that. Your children have to fail. They have to fall. They have to lose because they have to learn as a child how to go through those things and still love themselves, still have a healthy self-esteem intact. If you are trying to go through things for your children, guess what? You are gaining the self-esteem example. You are gaining the notch in your self-esteem belt, not them. You're raising some jacked up individuals that you're going to see the product of in a few years. Don't hinder them. Let them lose. Let them fail. Let them not get something they want. Let them learn to earn it. I send warning. Listen to this. This is such a powerful statement. And then my time looks like it's just about up. Listen to this. I am reminded of the man who said to his neighbor, "Why did you spend all day with your son fixing that bike when the bike shop could have fixed that bike an hour ago?" Right? Wasn't that what y'all do? Your kid bike break, you take it right to the bike shop. We're going to fix it right now for you. Right? The story about a neighbor who asked his neighbor, after observing him working with his son to fix his bike, "Why have you spent all day with your son fixing that bike when the bike shop could have fixed it in only an hour?" The man replies, "Because I am building a son, not fixing a bike." You see where self-esteem comes from? The self-esteem comes from watching the Father exhibit how we get through something that's broken, how we get through something that doesn't work, how we can work with other people to make things happen, how we can appreciate the bike even more if we fixed it as opposed to the bike shop. Do you see the lessons that come from something simple like that? Dad probably didn't have the time and probably had the money. Let's get that bike fixed. Matter of fact, if you're like I used to be, you're just going to buy a new bike because I don't know how to fix it. The bike shop going to take too long. We're going to run up the street and just buy a new bike. Missing major life skills with your children. Can I read it again? Why would you spend all day with your son fixing that bike when the bike shop could have fixed it in over an hour? The neighbor replied, "Because I am building a son, not fixing a bike." Hallelujah. Parents of children with self-esteem have high standards and expectations. You hear that? Parents of children with self-esteem have high standards and expectations. These parents have high standards and expectations, but the expectations are clear, they're reasonable, they're consistent, and they're given with support and encouragement the whole time. Yes, I have high standards and expectations from you. Absolutely. But my expectations are clear, they're reasonable, they're consistent, and given with support and encouragement. The disciplinary style is democratic, which is to say that the child's opinion and individuality needs to be respected. But the parent makes the final decision on all matters of any real importance. In effect, the parents give messages that say, did you get messages? Maybe you didn't hear the words, but did you get messages that said, I trust you? Have you ever heard that? You wonder why you can't trust others? You wonder why you suffer with trusting yourself? Have you ever heard from your role models, your parents, I trust you? But I also recognize that you are not perfect. Still, I love you. And therefore, I will take time to guide you, set limits, discipline you, and expect the best of you because I believe in you and I value you. Powerful statement right there. Whew. Anybody feel it? These messages are far different from the distrust conveyed by all authoritarian figures and parents, or the lack of caring conveyed by the permissive parent, the parent who just wants to clean up everything of their child's life, which is what we see a lot of today. That's why we have entitled, disrespectful babies. They're grown babies. Some individuals have none of these parental antidotes, yet still they have self-esteem. So this leads to a most important question. In the absence of these, how does one build self-esteem? Most assume we get it from what we do, from skills, character traits, and talents, or from the acceptance of others. Again, I suggest to you, the research is in, none of these make a good starting place for self-esteem building. None. So where then do we start? Let's start by examining what self-esteem is. In principle, self-esteem is generally stable, but it can fluctuate. Self-esteem is stable, but it can fluctuate, even from day to day, according to thought patterns. Somebody write down thought patterns, which can be influenced by, among other things, physical health. Physical health can alter our thought patterns that will cause our self-esteem to take a ding. Chemistry, appearance, and relationships can alter our thoughts about ourselves, and our thoughts will register dings into our armor called self-esteem. The fact that self-esteem can fluctuate is reason for optimism, because if it suggests that self-esteem can change, guess what? That's why we are all on here tonight. Because I'm not stuck with the level that I have of self-esteem, and neither are you. So the definition of self-esteem is very key to our journey, and this is our definition. Self-esteem is a realistic appreciation, opinion of oneself. Self-esteem is a realistic, appreciative opinion of oneself. Realistic means accurate and honest. Appreciative implies positive feelings and liking oneself. Some speak of high and low self-esteem, but this makes self-esteem looks a little bipolar, a little competitive, a little comparative. It's preferable to simply say that people possess self-esteem when they have a realistic and appreciative opinion of themselves. You get it? The figure that we're going to talk about later on will clarify the meaning of self-esteem and where it hits us with self-defeating shame and self-defeating pride. I believe we talked about that a little bit on night one. People with self-defeating pride are trying to be more than human. They are arrogant and narcissistic, which means they think they are better and more important than another person. Their views of others is vertical or comparative, which is to say that to be on top for them means somebody's got to be beneath them. That's self-defeating pride. When someone doesn't have self-esteem, when someone doesn't have a realistic, appreciative opinion of themselves, they will have self-defeating pride. What does that mean? How does it show up? Their view of others has to always be beneath them so that they can always feel that they are on top of the lowest person. Come on, that's deep. Self-defeating humility will replace people's self-esteem. What is that? Self-defeating shame or self-defeating humility believe that they are less than human. They're doormats. They believe people vertically and they see themselves as dust of the earth. They hold an unrealistic and unappreciative opinion of themselves. Zero self-esteem. People with self-esteem, on the other hand, believe they are neither more than someone else or less than being human. They know their faults, they know their rough edges, but they still deeply and quietly glad to be who they are on any given day. Doesn't mean they don't want to be better, but they're happy with who they are, knowing they're good and they're bad on any given day. They are like the good friends who know you well and like you anyway, because they recognize the goodness, the excellence, and potential that coexist alongside your imperfections. Who loves you like that? Who loves you? Want me to repeat that? Who are your good friends, family as well, who know you well and like you anyway? Because they recognize the goodness, they recognize your excellence, they recognize your potential, and they know along with that coexist imperfections. But they love you anyway. Is there people that love you that way? I hope that there is. But more importantly, where I want to go before we end tonight is, do you love you that way? Come on, in the nose. God breathed the breath of life into me and he became a living soul. Breathe out. Powerful stuff. Tomorrow we'll briefly skim self-esteem. We're going to talk about how important your identity is, how important self-confidence is, what it is. We're going to talk about why you're hiding behind your pride. We're going to talk about why you even have selfishness. We're going to talk about some of the advantages and disadvantages to liking and not liking yourself, and why some people actually choose to continually avoid even this that you tagged on their page. Go tag it on their page. They ignore it. You post it in their DM. They ignore it. What makes someone ignore something that can be beneficial to their life? I'm going to expose that spirit and that personality type tomorrow night. And I'm going to expose the one who doesn't want to take the time to weigh the cost of change. We're going to talk about how do we begin emotional change. We'll be there this week. We're going to talk about how do we begin building self-esteem if we didn't get it from our authoritarian role models and parents. And we're going to talk about what is your basic human worth. And we're going to go in fast and hard after that. So I hope you enjoyed yourself tonight. God bless you, John the Baptist. God bless you, Anna Roman, Ramonita Gonzalez, Lakeisha Bell. God bless you all. Thank you for all being on here tonight. Thank you for those that are on Periscope. They're still on. They're still talking. Do you love you that way anyway? That's right. Thank you to those that are on YouTube tonight. I see you out there. And let me shrink my screen. And thank you to those that are on Facebook. Facebook look like it's either having some problems or on my end it had problems. And okay, maybe it's still going. And there's 84 of you on Facebook that are on tonight. So we're way over 100. But we should have 100 more. I have a few people that work third shift, so they're sleeping and they get up and head to work around this hour, so they catch it while they're at work. But other than that, we've got to get on there, y'all, and remind people, you signed up for this. You wanted this. And it's free. Nobody but a demon don't want something that's beneficial for their health, will produce a healthy physical body, a healthy soul, increase brain plasticity, and it's free. and will assure long life and build healthy relationships, okay, I may not be qualified to counsel you, but we're going to start having a talk right now. That's what y'all need to say to some of them, because they need you to reach your hand out and pull them up. And tell them, I'm not going to do it every day. You got to love you more than I love you. I need you to love you more than I love you so that you can love me. Father, we thank you for this time together. I bless each and every one that are out in replay land who will be watching this in the future. Each and every live person that has taken the time for this hour to just devote to committing to personal development, to group therapy, to build their self-love. Father, through the fall with Adam and Eve, so much has happened in between then that so many things are absent and missing from our lives. Some no fault of our own parents and grandparents and ancestors, but fact remains, they did not or could not give us what we needed. And we're here in our teens, in our 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, getting what we need now. I thank you for giving us life tonight, Father. I thank you for giving it more abundantly after we commit to this process. I wish above all things that you prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prospers. God bless you, and good night until tomorrow. I thank you for being on with you. God bless you. Good night.